Yeah, I met Brother Alfonso when we were in Singapore, and then later Brother Alfonso will tell you what I did to her daughter. It was amazing past experience, and he became a distributor. Now he's one of ours, and he's been doing it now. What, 2 years now? Are you on your
Yeah,
second year,
2 years.
brother? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Brother Alfonso, I do not want to steal your thunder. I want you to share why LifeWave and why it's so amazing. There he goes.
Okay. Okay. Hi, everyone. Well, thank you, Roy, for inviting me. And I'm really happy to share my story. And first, I will start with a little background. Okay. I'm Mexican. I'm living in Mexico City. I'm a chemical engineer. Okay. I also got a degree in MBA, and I worked for Procter and Gamble for more than 33 years. Okay. Uh, it's Procter and Gamble is a well-known company worldwide. A lot of different consumer products, detergents, healthcare, and other products. Okay, more than half of my career in Procter and Gamble was in the category of healthcare. Okay, I was holding multiple roles as innovation, product supply, purchases, operations, R&D, etc. Okay, and I had the opportunity working with Procter and Gamble to live in different countries across Latin America. Okay, with my family, we lived in Venezuela, Colombia, Chile, and obviously in Mexico. Okay, I retired from Procter and Gamble 3 years ago by the end of 2017. And then I started a career as executive advisor, consultant, and trainer, working with very fine people. Okay, one of them is in the conference, Patty. Hi, how are you? Okay, and well, and I would like to talk a little bit about two stories. Okay, I became a LifeWave independent distributor about 2 years ago. Well, really almost 3 years ago. Okay, and let me start with my first story. And Okay, and let me start with this quote from Steve Jobs. He said this during the Stanford event for the guys that were graduating in 2005. And this quote, I love it. Okay, it says, "You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards." Okay, this is part of this quote, and I selected this quote to start my speech, because really you never know how things will start, and in this case, well, this started while I was traveling in Singapore with two of my girls. I'm married. I have two sets of twins. Okay, so this is the set of twins that are the small ones. Okay, now they are 23 years old. This trip was in 2018. And I was in Singapore, and then suddenly one day I received a phone call from Mexico, from Liz Hill, she's my sponsor. Okay, and she asked me, "Would you like to attend to a great product talk at Singapore?" She knew that I was going to travel to Singapore, and I said, "What?" And she said, "Well, no, there's going to be a great talk in Singapore, great company, great product." And my first reaction was, I knew that Liz was in network marketing, in MLMs, etc. So I asked her, "Well, is this a multi-level company?" And she said, "Well, yes, but it's a very good one, and the product is great." So well, I was a little bit skeptic about this, but I got to convince my girls to go to this talk. The talk happened in Sunday afternoon in a restaurant, and Roy and Rick were giving this talk all together with other people at that restaurant. Okay, and well, we attended to this talk. And after the talk, Rick, well, just to important thing is that my girls, one of them had pain she has a sore throat, and the other was having some cramps. Okay, so they didn't want to go, but I got to convince them. It was a Sunday afternoon, evening in Singapore. So I promised them, okay, after the talk, we will go and get an ice cream or some cake and coffee. Okay. So well, after the talk, Roy started to patch. Okay, and one of my girls stand up and she said, "Well, I have pain in my throat." So immediately, Roy patched her on the back of the neck in GV14. Okay, and it passed 30 seconds, and she smiled and said, "Well, I have no pain, no pain." I said, "No, I can't believe that." So the other one said, "Okay, yeah, I want to try the patch too." So Roy put a patch on top of the shirt below the belly, and in a couple of minutes the pain was gone. Okay, so when I saw that, you know, I first thought, well, my daughters are not going to tell me something that is not true. Okay, so I got really interested. Okay, so I immediately asked Roy and Rick to meet with them, and they said, "Well, today we have a dinner, but we can meet tomorrow at the hotel." Okay, so the day after, well, I met with Roy and Rick at the hotel lobby. I made a lot of questions, you know, with my background in healthcare. I made a lot of questions regarding the science behind this, the registration, if they were products that were registered or not, the patents, etc. And I got all the right answers from Roy and Rick. However, well, I'm not a person that just stays with what other people tell me. And I got into the internet and I made my investigation that same day, and it ended. I ended calling Liz and I said, "Okay, great, I'm in." Okay, so I signed me. She explained me, well, the best package is diamond, so I immediately enrolled as a diamond. Okay, the thing here is that I was in Singapore. My address was in Mexico, but Liz was in the US. So she said, well, I asked for the patches to be delivered, to be shipped to the US, and I will take them to you. Okay. That was like August. Okay. I stayed in Singapore and in that part of the world for another 3 months. So my diamond package was in Mexico, and I was really burning to start wearing the patches. So I made a small order. I requested a small order, and I personally went to the DC in Singapore to pick it up. Okay. So well, that was about October when I got back to Mexico, and I started with the detox. Okay, this is a great protocol to start with the patches. So I started with the detox for 3 cycles, 15 days, and then I received some of the promotional packs of X39. So I started to wear the X39 every day, and then rotating it with glutathione, carnosine, eon, etc. Okay, but every day I was wearing the X39. Okay. Now in February 2019, that was like 3 months after I got back from this trip to Singapore. David Schmidt was in Querétaro, in Mexico, for the launch of X39, and there I had the fortune to meet him personally, and you know, things are kind of happening, connecting each dot. And at that time, Lorenzo asked me, "Okay, are you bringing a big car?" I said, "Yes, I'm bringing a minivan, and Adriana and myself, we are only at the car. So if you want, I can take you back to Mexico City." So we had the opportunity to talk with Roy, Rick, and David and Lorenzo for a long time, 2, 3, 4 hours more or less. And well, that was when I really confirmed again that David and LifeWave are really great. Okay. Well, after that, I continued using X39, and then I'll start my second story. Okay. And this is related to my bones health. Well, I'm 60 years old, 61 years old now, okay? And at that time, in 2005, I was 45. And in a normal checkup that the company paid, we have, as executives, we have the benefit of having every year or every 2 years checkup made. So, well, there was a finding. I was diagnosed with osteoporosis, and it was not in a low level. At that time, I had 65% of the normal density. Okay, and well, but really, I didn't have any symptoms, so I didn't take that seriously. I did nothing, and for several years, I stayed the same way. Okay, I went to live to Chile. And on the way back in 2010, back to Mexico, again, I had a checkup and things were worse, okay? my bone density was at 62%. And well, then I got a little bit concerned. I said, well, let's do something. So I went and had an appointment with a couple of doctors, and I started medical treatment, with a drug that is called Fosamax Plus. The active is alendronate sodium plus vitamin D3. Some exercise, some light, but on those 3 years, I really didn't show improvement, okay? But really, well, you don't have any symptom, you don't feel nothing, okay? And so, fortunately, I got a hint to visit a specialist in bones metabolism, and in the endocrinologist, okay? And well, she's a great doctor. Her name is Gabriela Martinez, and she's a specialist, and she works in one of the best hospitals in Mexico. So she made me a lot of examinations, etc. And she said, well, the medication that you were having was incorrect, and it's really is not helping you. So we are changing the treatment, and she gave me calcium, vitamin D, and asked me to have some light every day, exercise, etc. So in 1 year, 1 year and a half more or less, I improved from the 62 to 66, 76% of density, of bone density. And then I continued with this treatment for another year and a half, and still the same, really, even a little bit backwards, okay? So this doctor, she told me, well, we'll need to give you a drug, an injection that is called Prolia, and the active is this one, denosumab. That's the active, but it has a lot of. I was a little bit concerned because when I went through all the side effects. There is a big list, okay, of potential side effects, And well, but anyway, I said, okay, well, I'll take it. So I got a shot, okay? And 2 years after, January 2020, last year, I went with her and again with my analysis, and she told me, well, actually, this is the photograph of her, okay? This is Doctora Gabriela Martinez. And she told me, congratulations, Alfonso. Your bone density are now within normal limits. In hip, you are in the low part, what now are within normal limits for your age is okay. And in the back, it's in the back bones, in the lumbar part, you are almost 100%. Okay, so that's great. So she asked me, how many Prolia injections did you have? You know, I answered, oops, really only one injection in January 2018 when you gave me the past appointment. She said, well, no, that cannot be true. This drug needs to be injected every 6 months, because at 6 months it loses like 30 or 40% of the effect, and at 9 months it loses 100% of the effect. Okay, so you need to have this every time. So what's your treatment? I said, well, the treatment, it's calcium, vitamin D, sunlight, exercise, magnesium, but I have a secret. And she opened the eyes and said, what secret? What are you doing? I said, well, I'm wearing these patches. So I showed her the live weight patches. I talked about them. I explained her the science behind the patches. And she was really thrilled. She was, okay, now I understand. I was not finding a logical reason why you had this improvement, such big improvement, without having all the injections every 6 months. So the patches for sure help you. And she was so excited about the patches that she asked me to prepare a talk for her group of peers, of doctors that were in the same in the same practice. Okay, so well, she gave this conclusion. Okay, I know that at the beginning, and David every time says that we cannot make medical claims, but in this case, this is my personal testimony. And Doctora Gabriela, she was concluding that the patches helped to improve my bones density. Okay, so well, what I did, as I told you, I started with the detox, and for more than a year and a half, I used this X39 altogether with rotating the other patches. So well, I would like to end my testimony, my presentation, with the complement of Steve Jobs' presentation of the first quote. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future, and you have to trust in something, your God, destiny, life, karma, whatever, because believing that the dots will connect down the road will give you the confidence to follow the heart, follow your heart, even when it leads you off the well-worn path. That will make all the difference. Okay, so thank you.
Very good. Woo! Amazing, amazing. Thank you, Brother Alfonso. Thank you for sharing. That is great going. Ah, wow, wow. Bueno, mucho gusto. Now, let me share a little bit about that. You know, my mom is taking vitamin D and all that too. Uh, you know, her kidney was 47%, now it's 96%, I believe. And her bone was also brittle when she was 74, 75 years old. And one day she fell down, and I thought she's breaking all her bone because she fell down pretty hard on the kitchen floor that is all marble. And I said, and I heard it loud. I just got back from the office, sit down, and then she flew in front of me and landing on the kitchen floor. I said, "Oh my goodness, she must have cracked or broke a few pieces." And then I lift her up. She has six different pain, but thank God she doesn't broke her bone. And since then, I knew that placing these patches improved the density, improved the grade going of the bones, and she's still healthy even now. She's going to be 89 this year. Oh my goodness. And it's a blessing. I really count my blessing when it comes to these patches because I know as we are growing old, so many people are, all my friends are in troubles. This disease, that disease. And I said, and you guys don't want to believe me about these patches. And look at this report each and every day from my church, from my community. I heard all these people with so many different deadly diseases. It scares me to hear just all their testimonial. And I'm telling all the good thing, but somehow they could not believe it. What can I do, right? I can only reach to a certain number of people that want to be safe, but the rest do not want to be safe. I cannot do anything. I'm just hoping that, one of these days they realize before it's too late that we have the answer for all of them. But besides that, we cannot do anything. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you for your time and happy Valentine's Day, happy President's Day, and happy Chinese New Year to all of us who celebrate it. And have a great weekend. And I want to wish you all the best. And I will see you all the way at the top. Thank you, everyone. God
Thank
bless
you.
you.